All right, guys. We are live. See if anybody pops on tonight. What's up, Chicopee? Yeah, as the title suggests, today's slide was meh, but the marginal yesterday was still, I still couldn't, that still was, it was hard to believe how well that performed. Yeah, appears nobody's joining. Yeah. Hello, Rob. I'll be combining the two slides. If we get anything from the one tomorrow, I'm gonna combine the two. I was gonna combine it with the marginal. I was gonna combine all 3 days into one comp, but I decided not to because the marginal comp was already 46 minutes. If it was, I was debating it, and today it would have only totaled to about, I think it would have totaled to about like 58 or 59 minutes from the amount of alerts I got. So, or if you go by the ones toned, I only got 3 of them toned. More than half of the alerts today I had to record like after it was toned They were all missed. I was not too great at like catching the alerts today when it came to the like when they were toned. Yeah, I caught 3. I caught the one for Chester and Union, one for Fairfield and Newberry, and then the first one for Fairfield and Newberry, and then one for Spartanburg and Union. Everything else I got after. I don't think it's automatically better, but the last marginal was yesterday's marginal. Yesterday's marginal is the reason why I wasn't mad about this slight. I mean, I wouldn't have really been mad anyway, because we've had way worse slights. We've had slights where GSP issued nothing. We've had enhanced where nobody's issued anything. But that was last year, May 29th. Is it May 29th or May 30th? Oh, no, May 30th, 2025. All I got that day was I got 2 alerts. Both were SVAs. No SVRs. No TORs. No even nothing. Heck, I only remember there being like a 40-mile SPS. Also high Veals. I can occasionally get alerts from there. I'm going up to the mountains Monday. So. High very cool, bye very cool. High Veals, bye Veals. Hello, Wake. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm Wake, you probably could agree. I did get some SVRs for your county yesterday, Wake. What's up, Preston? I got 1 SVR for Wake, even though there were 2 issued in my coverage area because I have Alamance, because I can pick up WXL42 or 8. Either I get WXL42 or on at times that I can't, or it's like really bad, I get 88.5 WFDD. WFDD is a really strong. You never got an alert from Wake? I've gotten several in the past, but I got 1 yesterday. There was 2 issued within the coverage, but that was the 1 SVR I completely missed. I didn't even get it when it was not toned. Because by the time I got to it, they canceled it for Alamance. So there was no way I could have got it after that. And yes, it's pronounced Alamance, not Alamance. Whatever. Well, I'll try. I really want an SDR. You know how bad I want one. Me wondering, Veal's either I don't know if he's lurking or what. Yeah, you live in Wake County, but I'm sure you got an SVR for Richmond too because of Hoke. Or is Hoke served by WXL58? I don't remember. I think Hoke's served by WXL58. I don't know, I might be wrong. That one had Richmond. I got that one. I got one. I got several from Raleigh, several from GSP, several from Columbia. I even got a few from ILM because of Tropo. Today, I got almost entirely Columbia. I got quite a bit of GSP now that I think about it. I've gotten alerts as far away as Sampson County. You got WNG628 from Trepo? Nice. I would have loved to get them for alerts. Yeah, I got that. It shocked me, too. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, that's what everybody calls me. Nobody calls me Piedmont. I only switched to Piedmont over Breakcool, NC Elevators, and EAS, which is my old name. Which I rebranded almost a year ago now. And this is the longest I've went without changing my profile picture. Or, actually, I did for a month for Christmas, but if you don't count the seasonal change, it's the longest I've went with this profile picture. Breakcool better than Piedmont? Absolutely it is. But I switched to Piedmont region because it was... Honestly, another part of it was my change in personality. You can tell by, like, the way I wrote comments and stuff. I changed a lot between, like, January and December of 2025. That was easily the year I went through the biggest changes. For sure. This channel was at its prime in, like, late summer last year, though. For sure. Find this crazy, right? It took me 11 whole months to go from 300 to 400 subs, but it took me 2.5 months to get from 400 to 500. That was my channel, like, just like started, and my growth has stayed steady and has stayed steady since. I won't be changing my profile picture to Christmas until Christmas time. I might change it to the Christmas tree at Disney again like I did last year. I still keep the channel banner the same, which is a thunderstorm over the harbor in Destin, Florida, which I got last year. Heck, the banner comes from the day I rebranded, or the day after, I mean. Yeah, the day after. I consider changing the banner to maybe a picture of the beach at Reddington Shores or something. I don't know yet. I would like to make my own, like, custom banner, but I don't know how that'd go. Admittedly, I don't have many interesting thumbnails with radios because I don't have that cool of radios, unfortunately. But overall, I can't be too mad about today's slide, though, because yesterday... Rob, I'll be honest with you. It took me 1.5 years to get to 100. You heard that right. I almost gave up on this channel in late 2022. I'm glad I didn't. You're still under 100? That sucks. We need to get you to 100. I'm surprised you're not at, like, 200 yet. Because I remember when I'm talking to you in September, 10 months ago. It took me about 6 months to hit 20. It took me around 8 or 9. It was more like 6 or 7 months. No joke intended, but I think it was more like 6 or 7 months until I got to like 26 or 27 subs. It was not long. I might shout you out. You sort of you do deserve 100. I'll be for real. But yeah. My most popular video is a Beavis and Butthead clip. But then I also have, like... The most popular video that I, like, made, or... No, it was my cousin, but he sent it to me. It was the... was it the Otis... At the, Baymont in South Bend, Indiana. I almost said Illinois, because that's what he said in the video. I know South Bend's in Indiana, but, like, And it's a lot closer to Michigan. But yeah, that was my most probably short. And then yeah, I'm hoping I one day do get a video like that's more popular than the Beavis and Butthead one, so I can like that's like actually like something related to the channel. FM bands. My first video is the most popular one on the CLT Metro DX. By the way, if anybody hasn't checked out my DXing channel, the link is in the channel bio. Right now we're at 21 subs. Right now we're at 21 subs if y'all want to go check that one out. Of course, I don't like to promote it too much, but it is my channel, so I can promote it here. So yeah, if y'all want to go check out the DXing channel, it's linked in the bio. It has 21 subs right now. I haven't posted on it a crazy amount, so it does sort of make sense. You might be. CLT Metro DX is the channel name. I know Rob is, and I think Chicopee is too. Sup, Neptune? How are you doing tonight? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'll tell you, Neptune. The marginal that we got, you think would be you wouldn't think would be in North Carolina, but like Alabama. It was like we got a TOR, and I think there was like a 0% tornado risk yesterday. It was for Catawba, Cleveland, Lincoln, and Burke. 46. I did not expect to get a 46-minute comp. I expect the marginal was performing good, but like I did not expect it to perform as good as it did. Again, it's my longest comp of the year, longer than the failed moderate of March 16th. That was 44 minutes. Yeah, the tornado risk was sub 2, but an EF1 tornado made touchdown. By the way, at the beginning of this event, I thought we were going to be done after the first round because they said the chance for a watch was 5%. And you know what that means? That means usually once the storm's gone, there ain't no more. But I bet you the SBC definitely regretted that. The moderate risk was I agree. Dude, Raleigh performed better during the freaking gust front after the moderate was canceled than the actual moderate. That gust front came out of nowhere, by the way. WXL70 just, I think I just gotten home, and WXL70 just sneaks up on me, like, whenever I sit down, and it just goes off. I do think they should issue a 5% watch chance. Yeah, it says watch unlikely, watch probability 5%. What's up, JEM? How are you doing tonight? But yeah, we got that, and yet the second, yeah, you got one tornado warning from Waycross while on vacation that I lost. Which county was it for? You want to know? Actually, do you want to know what the one alert and enhance? Honestly, I think it should have been a slight. It couldn't have been 30. It split into these. It split into 5, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 95. That's how it is. So your lowest is probably either 40 or 20. I don't know, though. Alabama, that does sound right about Alabama, because Alabama, whenever they get the chance to get a watch, they're going to get a watch. Yeah. Marginal should have been enhanced. I mean, it could have also been a slight, but it was still like it could have, I think it performed more like a high-end slight, but maybe a low-end enhance would have made sense, too. I would have been fine with either one. Either one would have worked. And not only that, the Tropo helped a lot. What's up, Raven? How you doing tonight? But as I said, and Neptune knows this feeling well because he gets it all the time. But the Tropo helped a lot because I got alerts from ILM. There's two WFOs in the coverage that I didn't get. There's MRX, which I only serve 2 counties from anyway, so a lot of the time I very rarely get to SVRs from them. And then the freaking, what was it? Oh yeah, R&K didn't issue anything either, which I was thinking they might because there were so many, there was a few 50-mile SPSs, but nothing got issued. But yeah, the store performed great here, and honestly, I think that was like a one of a kind. It's a one of a kind marginal, especially with the Tropo helping. Literally, the only reason why I get long cops as often as I do is DXing. Yeah, that helped too. But I got the majority of the alerts from stations I could get locally. But I got a toned ILM one. I also got an ILM continuation. And I also got a Columbia one for Orangeburg and Clarendon and Orangeburg. Just Clarendon and Orangeburg, by the way. I've gotten alerts for both counties, like in a long SVR several times, but never alone. But it happened. So I was satisfied though. Like managing to get ILM is wild. Yeah, I agree. I'd never used WXA. Now WXA 22 comes in quite a bit here. WXA 22, which is a normal DX, but like it came in at the right time. I got an ILM continuation from WNG 597. Going to make your first comp once the stretch of severe weather ends, if you can figure out how. One thing you can do, first, I would suggest CapCut over iMovie, because I think iMovie costs money, and not only that, even if it's free, it takes up so much more storage on your phone. That's part of the reason why I moved to CapCut, is because CapCut doesn't use as much storage as iMovie does. iMovie uses and I'm on a family storage plan, and iMovie still caused my storage to get almost full. So I had to get rid of it. You can get AKQ. CapCut removed your favorite font. As one thing you're going to notice is I don't use fonts. Instead, I go into the description and put chapters for like each warning. That's what I usually do for CapCut. But as I said, I would suggest my favorite. Usually, I do use a certain editing style. Like I do the black fade between alerts. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna hide how I edit it from you because it's not that high effort anyway. Like I do want to get better at editing, but at the same time, I do think CapCut does work better than iMovie when it comes to editing like EAS comps. And CapCut does have better fonts, but I don't really use fonts on my thing. I just mainly put chapters in the description. I edited along the way too, which is how I got it out tonight. I've always wondered. Well, Jay doesn't make comps that much, but most of the time he uses the editing. You're okay at editing. Recently, WZ2506 has started becoming more of a regular for you, which is kind of surprising. Hey, we're waiting for KPS 506. Yeah. Yeah, we need KPS 506 to make a grand return. As I said, KPS 506 actually isn't that strong. So it's you left Tropo because you usually only get 2 stations. I usually get 6, or no, I get 7 from here. But WWF 60 comes in so faintly that a lot of the time I can't use it. So what I basically have to do, or yes, depending, I get 6 on like when there's like straight up nothing, like you can't receive anything. Everything's basic like that. Sometimes I can hardly WXJ21 reception. I can get it quite well on one radio. My number 1 frequency to DX off of. It would be channel 4 if it wasn't on the same frequency as WXL70, because the 2 furthest tropo catches I have were both on channel 4. Now I sort of wish WXL70 was on a different frequency, because I could have got way more on channel 4. I got KIG 77 from the mountains, which, who knows, if a good tropo comes in next week, I'd do that all again. And not only that, I also got KIH 63 Orlando from Myrtle Beach. That was my second time getting it, or no, it was my third time getting it, period. But it was my first, I got it from such a far distance. And that was also my second time getting KIG 77. If you go by like time, or I got it every night in Myrtle Beach. So if you want to count that as like the 7th time, I guess. Let me get that thing off. I get KHC 29 a lot here still. Okay, when you switch the alert lock on the 12240, it beeps. Let's see. This is the radio that Here, I'm gonna cover this because I don't feel like face revealing tonight. Okay, there we go. Alright. So this is how well I can get OEXJ21.
Mostly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms.
It's sort of staticky, but this is a WXJ21 monitor because this can pick up WXJ21 better than KHC27. This radio can barely pick up KHC27, but it can pick up WXJ21. Of course, with a little bit of static, but it works. That's why I use this as a WXJ21 monitor. And then this is obviously WXL70 because of the broken antenna. Though, admittedly, I'd switch between stations if the antenna wasn't broken. But
5. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows.
Yep. We'll see if there's any good Tropo stations coming in right now. By the way, let's go ahead and just... Dang, you're kidding me. Did I leave my freaking Pro 74 in the car? Because I took it with me to go, just in case more alerts got issued. I think I left my Pro 74 in the car, guys. Okay. I'll see if I can get the CR1009, and I'll go get the Pro 74 later.
Wilkesboro. Now more of Charlotte's Rock.
There's a confirmation that was WE&D that I caught the alert on, because that was the thing.
106.5.
The end.
Here.
I have it set on 7 still because the WXA21, no, WXA22 was coming in. There's WXK54. WSK54 Augusta. See what else we can get.
The pressure was 30.01 inches and steady. It's Statesville.
I think if I got the Pro 74, I could find a place to get KHA 35 Orangeburg.
2.74.
Though it might be hard to get because
77%. The wind was west at 3. Highs around 80.
WWF 60 there.
And steady. At Gastonia.
No way! WXL 70 coming 350. It's totally 3,590 miles away.
Temperature was 82 degrees.
Holy e-skip, bro.
It was partly cloudy.
Okay, in all seriousness, let's go.
Rain 70%. Sunday night, showers or thunderstorms likely. Night, then showers likely after midnight.
WNG 538.
Thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the lower 70s.
KHE 27, and we got the classic. We got the. Obviously, we got the battle. WXJ 20, WXJ 20, and WXL 56. But I guess I will be right back because it looks like I got to go grab my Pro 74 from the car, and I guess we'll see if we can get like KHA 35 or something. I'll be RB. Hello, I'm back. Let's see what I missed. We've got a WX Tropo station in Missouri. Oh yeah, WWG 49. I want to be basic and get that as my furthest. I know like 4 people who got that as their furthest. Apparently, it's a very common super tropo station, so still good nonetheless. All right, I'm gonna go outside and see if I can get anything better here.
Yeah, it must be. Also, 10 people were just on. Wow. Holy far, bro. That is so far away. 3,000 miles, guys. No, this is like 50 billion miles. Wait, is that static? I just heard a tiny bit of static on WXL70. Woo. WSK 54 ain't coming in on this one. Well, also your main's on there. So the mustard. Your WSK 54 doesn't appear to be coming in on this one like the things. Maybe so. Maybe one day I'll get Boston. I've gotten Twin Cities and Duluth, Minnesota. So I mean it's not impossible. But yeah, it said 10 people were on earlier. That's crazy. That just came out of nowhere, too. The furthest WFODX is Charleston. My furthest tropo is Melbourne. Yeah, the best channel. Yeah, the best channel 1. The best channel 1 coverage for Charlotte, by the way. According to Amazon Echo. According to Amazon Echo, that is the best coverage for channel 1 because WXL 42 apparently is not an active station. According to Echo, by the way, guys. I've been lied to my whole life. WXL 42 does not exist. All those SPRs for Southwestern Virginia did not exist. Everyone working for NWS Raleigh's in a real life shooting show. So I guess WWF 60 doesn't exist either, or WNG 586, or WXL 58, or WNG 597, or WXL 59. Heck, WXL 50, which by the way, in fact, actually was a Raleigh transmitter until 2015, but they moved it to St. Paul's. So now it's so I guess WXL 50 must not exist either. If I do get WXJ 42, that will be legendary, though. It could actually happen through Tropo. It's not completely unrealistic if it does happen through Tropo. Unlikely, but not unrealistic. Uh, 706. We got KWN 60. Serves Wake County for sure. Yeah, one second. Yeah. Wonder if we're gonna get anybody else on tonight. I did go live a little bit earlier because yeah, I didn't feel like going live at 11 o'clock at night. Okay, I don't feel like that. We do have a slate tomorrow, so we might be seeing you guys again Monday night. It's like I'm pretty sure y'all are still here. I just wonder if anybody else will pop in. You usually don't do severe weather stream. Me neither. I'm talking about tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night, Monday night. We might have a premiere or something if it performs good. So I might be seeing y'all then. But I know if there is a high risk, heck, that might become your biggest stream now that I think about it. It probably will. The high risk stream. I do gotta say though, Neptune, one problem. Make sure to, if you do have a high risk coming up, check the mic earlier that morning so that you if you don't have anything else to record your alerts on. If Discord isn't giving you anything to record your or not, if you don't have anything else to record your alerts on, do a mic check the morning before to make sure you can hear it, so you can catch the alerts too. I forget what risk my longest comp was. I think enhanced or moderate. We never get high risks here, of course. Yeah. But yeah, if you have nothing else to record it on besides, or now that I think about it, you do have a few things you could stream on. While being able to record it is good. High risk, the last from North Carolina high risk was 2011. April 16th. Some sites are like that though. Look at Josh's premieres. I was starting to sort of. Our last enhanced risk was a complete bust. 10 people again, dang. In the U.S., yeah, for sure. Or one of them. It was the worst year for tornado fatalities. Yeah. Yep. There's an SPS for your location right now. I doubt we'll get anything else tonight, but it was good while it's lasted. By the way, Zylan, I'm getting WSK 54 right now. So I doubtful, but if I got lucky, CHS alerts. You know, the station, your favorite though. Let's be for Raleigh is just better. Raleigh is the GOAT. Raleigh is my Raleigh is my favorite WFO to get alerts from, because they're basically give the Raleigh is the one that gives us all the alerts pretty much. I don't know, GSP is not bad about it. You could think GSP's lazy, but it depends. I'd say it depends, but for the most part, GSP actually does decent. Just sometimes not on WXL 70. Sometimes they like to focus on the upstate, which is only. Yep, Raleigh's the same way as Huntsville. If that's how it is for you, Raleigh's the same way for us, pretty much. For accuracy, honestly, it's debatable. But the one I know is horrible. This isn't directly my coverage, but the one WFO I know is very bad at accuracy. ILM. Apparently there was a 70-mile-per-hour thunderstorm, but ILM issued a 40-mile-per-hour SPS on it. If it strengthens to 60, you might get something. I guess you just gotta figure that out. Yeah, is MFL. Wait, what the? I was so confused for a second. I thought YouTube was ending my stream for MFL, but what the? What the hell is going on? Yeah, it keeps just going to loading screens like I'm ending it, but then just comes back. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Alabama, too much stuff going on at once. Yeah. Yeah. You want to know what what I want to figure out? You want to know what I want to figure out? I want to figure what I'd be interested to hear is if WXL 56 goes wireless. I am so curious to what that would sound. Connection. It says something about very bad connection, even though I literally just went inside. What is going on with my Wi-Fi? Can y'all hear me good? Because my YouTube thing at the top just keeps saying very bad connection. Can y'all hear me good? Sorry, YouTube, I can't handle that. Oh my God, what? I can't restart it because you ain't gonna know it happens. I'm not gonna restart it because I've used up my notifications for the day. What I mean is, you have a max of 3. Or, I may not have. I don't know if they count shorts or not, but... Oh my God, shut up, we know! I'm about to have to restart my frickin' Wi-Fi thingy. YouTube, I'm inside the house! Y'all, they can hear me great. What do you mean, bad connection? Whatever. Okay, it stopped. Thank God. Thank God. It stopped. Now I'm finally freaking connected. I guess I won't be going outside for a minute until this thing gets better. I'm pretty sure my Wi-Fi should still be able to connect good outside because it's my backyard. What, do you think I'm 50 miles from my house? Cell service out here is mid. And my Wi-Fi's hit or miss. But for the most part, it does go well. And YouTube gives me crappy audio too. The only reason why I can get MRX is either WNG 588 actually it's WNG 588 at my grandparents' house, but if there's a time where I can't pick it up consistent enough, I will get it on WKBC 97.3 because they relay off of WNG 588, which means they relay alerts for Johnson County, Tennessee, and Washington County, Virginia. I have one Tennessee county in direct coverage. I cover 5 states. Rob, you do too. I'm assuming because you have the same coverage area that I do. We cover 5 states because WHA 21 serves Hart, so that's Georgia as well. Yeah, you cover Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and Mississippi. I cover Georgia and Tennessee, so we cross over in 2 of them. And then I also cover Virginia, North Carolina, obviously, and South Carolina. I commonly have the CR1009 to do WKBC, because I can use them to get alerts again for Tennessee and Virginia. Or Washington County, mainly. Though, I do use WKBC for Grayson County more than I do WFDD. Because I can get WKBC better than WFDD. Though I can still get WFDD good enough to where I can at least get alerts off of it. 2. Well, if it held it for review, go ahead and just take it off. Just go ahead and accept it. Say, or allow, or whatever the button is. I sort of forgot. Whatever the button says, just allow it. This chat seems to be mostly mods right now anyway, so it's either. How is 2 inappropriate? Dude, no, according to Josh's thing, it holds Sanjian. It holds Sanjian. For whatever reason. Every time Xylan says Sanjian, I have to approve the message. Even though it's usually him that says it. But Xylan did. I don't think they hid the word, though, because the thing about it is, I don't think they hid it, because, I checked the banned words from the DXing account, and the only words that appear is Josh's real name, which I'm not going to say here for obvious reasons. I want to keep it private. He doesn't want it anywhere, so. But you get what I mean. What's up, Southwest Virginia weather? How you doing tonight? You just got a severe thunderstorm warning? What's it for? Who was it for? Because I might have been able to get it if it was for, Yeah, we all call him Josh. Yeah. Was it, oh, it was an unwarned severe thunderstorm. An unwarned severe thunderstorm? You mean SPS? Was it an SPS for like 40 or 50 mile per hour winds? Probably so. If there was an SVR, I'm going to see where it's for, though, because I can get Grayson, Washington, Carroll. I could get Grayson, Washington, Carroll, Floyd, City of Galax, that's Southwest Virginia on a basic, and Washington because of WPBC. Yeah, I'll admit I am grateful that I was able to have the lightning is messing up your reception of KC85. You could low-key get Virginia alerts. How? Yeah. Sometimes I guess if RNK issues an SVR long enough, I could get West Virginia. I will never be able to get Kentucky from here without Tropo, though. How do I get 5? Oh, you're talking to Neptune. If you're wondering how I get 5 states, I get 1 county in Tennessee, 1 county in Georgia, and then I get a couple counties from Virginia, and about half of North Carolina. About half of maybe a little less than half of North Carolina counties, like 40 of them or something, and then quite a bit of South Carolina. The closest county I cannot get is Chesterfield, because there's no FM that relays for them that I know of that I can receive here, and there's no weather radio station that gets them that I can get here. I can't get Chesterfield, but I can get every single county that borders Chesterfield besides... Or wait, no. You get 8 counties in Tennessee? I'm guessing like the WSK-47 counties. You also get several North Carolina counties if you can get WSK-47 good. Furthest alert I've gotten. I never caught it because I got it so briefly, but I did hear an FFW for Marion County, Mississippi, I think it was Marion County, some county in southeast Mississippi that I got from southern Alabama. Now, I don't think that's my furthest in terms of like straight line distance, but it's close up. It was my first ever Jackson alert time hearing in person. My main WXL70 for some reason serves Richmond and Montgomery, so that means I can get it's not uncommon that I do get SVRs extending as far east as Cumberland or Sampson. Sometimes the SVRs I get can extend all the way to WXL59, which, by the way, is actually an adjacent channel 4 technically, I guess you can say, because you can go through the fastest way to get to an area of WXL59 is not to go through WXL50's area. So even though you can get WXL50 from the Raleigh-Durham area quite good, from what I remember. WXL 50 is decently strong, but WXL 70 is also strong. But I don't think it's quite strong enough to get Special Marine watch. Special, most of the time when there is a watch, it's a severe thunderstorm watch that includes, or tornado watch that includes marine locations. They don't have a separate watch for it, which, I mean, it might be useful on during certain events, but you know. I would have gotten several Special Marine watches when I was in Mobile that one time, though. Let's get.
Wednesday, mostly sunny. Chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. In the morning, chance of rain. Cloudy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the
There goes WXL 42.
From the SCETV tower near Rock Hill, South Carolina, operating on a frequency of 162.4 hours with thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. Humid with 5.31 inches. 80%.
14.
Showers likely with isolated thunderstorms in the morning. No showers with a chance of thunderstorms in the
Good
afternoon.
WWF 60, quite good.
Around 80. Winds around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain near 100%. Monday night, showers with thunderstorms likely in the evening. Then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Storms in the mid-rees and clear. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Mooresville area, including Shelby. It's Greenville Stanford International. 8 degrees.
Hey, Xylon, you're going to be interesting to hear this, but I'm getting I think I'm getting KHB 29 right now. Maybe it's KHB 31, but I think it's KHB 29. I'm getting submarine station because it says seas. It doesn't just say knots. If it just said knots, that'd be WXK 54, which, by the way, is actually further because of it's in RENs. Let's see what we got. I'm getting submarine station. I'm getting something. May have faded, but I think that was KHB 29, maybe KHB 31. And I'm thinking I can't even get WHC. I wasn't able to get we'll see what else we can get. Let's see what. KHB31 comes in a lot here, so you should be able to have a better opportunity of getting it. I was getting Submarine Station. If it is a news station, I will record it separately, but I'm doubtful that it is a news station. The Casio 1009 is picking up a lot more than the Pro 74 tonight. That's for sure.
A chance of storms and lower 90s. This is the new weather rating of all hazards. WXT21 broadcasting from the SBT.
I guess we lost it. We must have.
Today's high temperature of 84 degrees occurred at 11:45 a.m. In 1936, today's day was partly cloudy with a temperature of 88 at Winston, 79 at Greensboro, 84 at Fayetteville. Wednesday, low temperature of was partly cloudy with a temperature of 17 at Greenville, Spartanburg, and 83 at Atlanta. Airport, it was 78 degrees and clear. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast. And weather equipment including Hickory, Lenore, and Eastern Daylight Time. Mostly sunny. Showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-80s. Chance of rain. Thursday night. Relative humidity around 5%.
I guess we lost signal or something because I'm not getting it anymore, but I was. I guess the Marine Station is here, but there's WXK54. Xylon, it's your favorite, WXK54.
Index values up to 100. Partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 70s. Heat index percent. 5 miles after midnight.
Think the trouble. We might be cooking with the trouble tonight. Actually, let me see what we got. Okay. Wonder if we'll get an NWR E-skip anytime.
Lows in the lower 70s. Thursday, sunny, in the upper 60s. 5. .31 inches, up to 100 early until midnight. Friday, inches. Sunset tonight is at 40 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:19.
Yo, Neptune, look, it's the station. It's KJ85, the station that has your least favorite, the most screwed up coverage area in your opinion, or one of them.
This transmitter is serving the foothills in southern Piedmont of North Carolina. The current time is 9:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
There's something bleeding through, I know that.
July 11th. Douglas International Airport.
What's up, Lancaster? How you doing tonight?
And the relative humidity 70%.
What's that bleeding through?
Southwest at
Probably
6 miles.
KHA35 Orangeburg. That's what it always is. Doing good. Yeah, it's probably KHA35 Orangeburg. That's what I'm thinking. But it ain't coming through quite good enough, so. If anything bleeds through on WXL 70, I'm not getting it, but it is automatically probably WXL 50. Always is. Always will be. My main though, KJY85 actually isn't my third main. KJY85 is like my fourth or fifth, because you'd find it crazy. I know a lot of people say they can't get stuff over KJY85 in Gaston, but I usually can. I wonder, it might be something different because I have more handheld, but you know what I mean. KJY85 and WXL 70 coverage areas. KJY85s. Where's Yadkin and Forsyth and Wilkes and heck, maybe even Surrey? Surrey is debatable, but probably so. KHC27 is my secondary main. Yeah, that's my secondary main is KHC27. I can get them better than KJY85 for sure. It depends on what side of Charlotte you're on, which one's your second. Like, if you're in the city of Charlotte, if you're on the north end, you're going to get KJY85 better, but if you're on the south end, you're going to get KHC27. Yeah, KJY85, they could have even served Yadkin when they were in Mooresville, let alone Statesville. Parts of Yadkin County get them crystal clear. Where's Yadkin? Where's Forsyth? Where's Wilkes? Wilkes, you can get it crystal clear, too. Heck, KJY85 could serve Burke and Caldwell. You can get KJY85 quite good in Burke County. For sure. Probably pretty much Caldwell, too, because it would look weird if they served Burke, just Burke, but not Caldwell. Can we get the thing on the thing? So another, what is up with KH54 serving Coosa but not Talladega? KJY85 does, or not KJY85, KHC27 does serve Gaston now. It's not on the NWR transmitter map because those are really outdated. But I don't know why they didn't serve Gaston in the first place. You serve Cleveland, Mecklenburg, and Union, but you just skip Gaston? KHC27 should easily serve Gaston over Union for sure. Union County, it makes sense that they serve Union, But at the same time, and by the way, I'm talking about Union County, North Carolina, but them serving Union but not Gaston sort of was weird because Talladega, you probably have to use KH 58 on because BMX decided not to do it. KIG 58. KHC 27 is already my second main. But, yeah, it'll become more. You can still get KJY 85, even though it will be out of the coverage for the county itself. You can still get KJY 85. I don't know. What's the LaGrange, call sign? I forgot. KXI 76. Why doesn't KXI 76 serve Harris? Yeah, why doesn't KXI 76 serve Harris? They should serve Harris for sure. You can get KXI 76 better than WXM 32 in the northern half. Now, the southern half, you can probably still get KXI. Yep, but again, thanks to that, I get a lot more alerts for the Sandhills. Again, thanks to them serving Richmond and Montgomery, I get a lot more alerts for the Sandhills. Yeah. I used to wonder why KEC 80 doesn't serve Coweta. It is a little strange, but there are parts of Coweta County that's pretty... in Noonan, KEC 80 doesn't come in as strong as I thought it would. The main transmitter for Peachtree City, FFC's head HQ, is, I would say, more WXJ 31 Thomaston. More than KEC 80. The main for GSP is obviously WXJ 21. The main for Raleigh. I'd argue WXL 58 might be more of a main for WS Raleigh, but I don't know. They have two stations that serve it, so maybe both WXL 58 and WNG 706. But the weirdest... No, I always stand by the dumbest WFO change. Mobile County borders Jackson County, Mississippi, but Jackson County is served by NWS New Orleans. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I've always thought that Jackson County, and Jackson County is labeled as just I think Jackson and maybe Harrison should be Mobile. Harrison makes more sense being New Orleans, but it's still weird being... I think Harrison should be... Hancock makes sense being New Orleans, but not... Yeah. Jackson and Harrison should both be Mobile. Hancock makes sense being New Orleans, but that's different. The only down... Yeah. Oh, it's the worst. I'd argue the worst offender is probably Oklahoma. Maybe Virginia. Georgia, but yeah. How is Whitley, Kentucky South Central? How is Whitley South Central? How is McIntosh Southeastern? Which, by the way, I think it goes further north than parts of... I think it goes for about as far north as, like, parts of Okmulgee, I think, which is northeastern. And yet they still have East Central Oklahoma, by the way. How is Bedford South Central, but Franklin West Central? How is another one less bad, but I'd say, but still sort of makes sense for the. Yeah, that makes no sense. Pontotoc being East Central, but Hughes Southeast, when Hughes is literally almost entirely north. There's a few points of Hughes that goes further south, but it ain't much.
Lower 90. Chance of rain 30%. Heat index values up to 100. Here are the wind with southwest at times. 6.03 inches on the Elsewhere across the rain 50%.
York and Chester being an upstate make a lot more. I guess they're considered upstate because that's what GSP just uses for all the South Carolina counties. Because be honest though, could you hear it saying York County in the Midlands of South Carolina? Probably not. Or it is weird that because York and Chester are not in the upstate, but yeah, that's it.
Saturday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 90s. 2 inches. Southwest around 5 chance of rain. And a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after. Showers in the land.
WXA-22 is making its grand return. No ILM SVRs this time, though, unfortunately. Toombs County? Toombs FFC, dude. You could say CHS has a perfectly aligned thing off the Altamaha River. FFC found a way to screw that up. And Macintosh still only being towed by Jacksonville transmitters. Make you wonder. FFC's the reason why it's not perfect on the Altamaha. I know I think the river border isn't until you get past Toombs. Why does FFC serve Toombs? I have no clue. Raleigh, I don't know what the new office would be, though. That's the thing. Because I bet you if there was a new office, it'd probably have to take some Tallahassee counties, too. Which, honestly, probably wouldn't even be the worst thing, because Tallahassee does serve a lot of counties, so it probably wouldn't hurt it much. But, FFC serves way too many counties. 96. Why do they need... I'd argue Brunswick and Jacksonville are too close. Brunswick is fine being served by NWS Jacksonville. Brunswick and Jacksonville are probably too close. had to mute because my mom wanted to call me to call me for something, and I bet you the connection's gonna get bad again. So, go. Oh. Yeah, Jay was not here for that. Jay was there, I think, for a mountain trip. I don't have any family, I think, in Tennessee. Also, somebody is out here. All right, buddy. Go inside. Yeah, my dog just... I have 2 dogs, actually. Yeah, I have 2 dogs. One is a tiny thing, and the other one's the one you just saw, S'more. He's appeared on YouTube like once or twice. I don't show my dogs much, but from time to time they like to appear.
The precipitation fell today, which brings...
Okay. We're at 90 minutes. Well, if this chat gets any more active, then I might stay on to the 2-hour mark, but if not, I might hop off at like an hour 45 or something. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. Depends on how the chat goes, and depends on also how I'm feeling, because I might go to bed at I'm probably planning to go to bed around 11, maybe 11:30. I don't plan on staying up too late tonight. And you had a birthday party? Oh, nice. Hello, Michigan fan. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I know KHB 29 serves. I sort of wonder, though. KHB 29 serving Clarendon can be a little confusing because WHA 22 is also right there. I'm doing it good. I didn't get KHB 29 for Clarendon, though. I got WHA 22 for Clarendon yesterday. Yes, I caught an alert for Clarendon, by the way. And I caught an alert. I caught an ILM. Because of Tropo. Tropo scored this time. Because I was getting WWF 60 way better than I usually do. WSL 42 was coming in pretty much clear. WNG 597 eventually came in. WHA 22. I never caught anything toned on WNG 597, but I did get what was it? Freaking continuation, which was also for an ILM alert. No CHS though, because CHS apparently only issued a marine warning. Yeah, maybe they had an SVR yesterday. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to them because I couldn't get them. Maybe if I get KHA 35 during a severe weather event or something, I can get something off CHS. Big frisbee in the rain. Oh. But yeah. I need to get my computer back working so I can stream on that. I want to bring the weather scan streams back, which I can do using mobile, but it's not as because I have Streamlabs, so that means I can share the screen. I might do a test stream of it later this week, or might do it if I'm bored. But I'll have my phone, and if I need to use it for something, it's not gonna be. Yeah, if I need to use it for something, then that's gonna make the streams harder. So I'm gonna try to see if I get it working. Because again, I got OBS on the computer now.
1986.
Okay, WXL70, we didn't need you to come on, but you're there. My audio, this stream has probably been crappy, but I guess it works out. Because there's not any alerts that I needed to catch. There's a new station. I would have probably went off the live for a second just to record it using my actual phone. Because I like to record new stations, you know what I mean? I don't like to just listen to them. Is anybody still here? Because I haven't seen the chat message in a minute. You're still there? Okay. Yeah, well, a few minutes. I thought I was talking to myself for a second. I think I probably was. I know that happens a lot, but, honestly, that's how most people's chat. That's how a lot of people's chat streams are, at least somewhat. Unless your name is Southern Pennsylvania WX, then you know there's rarely a moment where there's rarely a stream where you don't talk to yourself at least one time, thinking that other people thinking that like you see no activity in the chat, unless your name is Southern Pennsylvania WX. Who has done chat streams consistently for 4 years. I have no idea, and if I will be doing these in 4 years, probably not. I don't know, maybe once in a blue moon. I'll do a chat stream in like 2030 if I get the time, but like it won't be often. I don't even know if I'll still be active then. Most people, I'd say, do them inconsistently now, which makes sense. You can only see them being consistent on my end right now because it's summer. But one thing you're gonna notice is I stopped streaming for I stopped streaming for about 3 months. I started streaming. I don't know, it was 2 months more so. It was exactly 2 months, I think. I stopped streaming between October 31st and December 31st. And my stream schedule would be very iffy, and it's gonna be even more iffy next year. Yeah. Holy crap! It's already been over a year since the first time I did a chat stream, which basically started me doing multiple streams a week. And I used to not stream at all. And honestly, I do think I streamed too much back then a little bit, but I did start to slow down, and I think I stream at a good amount right now. I think I stream at I think right now I stream just about enough. I stream whenever I'm inspired to. Tonight was one of those nights, I guess you can say. I just felt like streaming tonight. But you don't want to stream too much, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, if you stream too much, everybody gets bored and you stop having people show up and all that. So, like... Yep, it was July 31st. I remember, my stream didn't start off the greatest, but it ended as one of the funniest ones I've ever done. I do think we had some fun streams here for sure. Especially like July was a big month. August. September was basically weather scan streams with the exception of the 500 sub special, which nobody showed up to for the first 30 minutes. Yeah. We've had we've had several funny streams though. That's why I kept doing them. You're getting a bit distraction. It's okay. You said you're at a birthday party, so do what you got to do. If you have to leave for a minute, feel free to. I'm probably not going to be showing up to as many streams coming up the upcoming school year, because it's the hardest year. It's the hardest year yet, from what I know. You're about to leave anyway? Okay. Discord I don't even got, so I get notified for 0 things on Discord. The thing about the YouTube DMs is the link only works for one person, so you can't, like, do a group chat in it. Or nothing. I think, from what I remember, I think you're going into the grade that I just got out of. You'll make... You're going into 10th? Yeah, I'm going into 11th. 10th grade was a little stressful for me, mainly first semester, but I got through, and you should be able to get through it. Shouldn't be that. It'll be a little hard, but it ain't gonna. You'll get through it. Just stay locked in. You're still not tired? I'm a little tired, but I'm gonna keep on the stream for a minute because we do appear to be doing good. But yeah, just got out of 10th. I'm going in the 11th, so I got 2 more years left. Man, I feel old. Yeah, yeah, that's how I am too. Whether it's IRL drama or YouTube drama, I absolutely try my absolute best to get out of it. I'm not. Yeah. That was when you were on hiatus, I think. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was around that time. Yeah, it was a little bit. It was a little bit after. Yeah. It seems to be, yeah. I don't allow drama in my chat at all. One thing you know is you bring drama into my chat, it ain't staying here. Drama, drama is the reason why I have mods, I'm being honest. If drama wasn't a big deal of the EAS community, not even this, like, I would be honest, I don't even think I'd feel the need. But also mod is just, for me, mod's just a sign of trust more so. It's not even a job, really, or nothing. Because y'all rarely have to time people out because there's nothing, no, I stay on good, listen, I stay on good terms with pretty much every EAS enthusiast I can. You know what I mean? I hardly get involved in anything. The tiny bit I have in the past year, you'll never hear me say anything about it on my community posts. You'll never hear me say anything about it on my community post. And you'll probably never even hear me discuss it in the thing. I know you meant to say wouldn't. It's probably your thing, keyboard. But yeah, I don't allow drama in here at all. Yeah. I stay away from them type of people. Yeah, as I said, like, drama, and I say this about internet drama all the time. It's not worth going on about because, one, you're beefing with people you don't even know in real life. And remember, anything you say can be linked back to you if it's on the internet. And in real life, it destroys your mental health too. So that's why I stay out of drama. I do allow caps lock to an extent, but like if you start getting annoying with it, then I'll tell you to stop. Or I'll tell you to calm down. But I'm not as strict about it as Josh and Johnny are. Also, there's another thing that I know you guys are good about, the people who are watching right now. But another thing I don't like is when people just ping you for no reason. It's annoying. I'm not going to name any names, but it's pretty obvious who some of these people are. Like, it's annoying. It doesn't happen to me as much as it used to, but I don't really like being randomly pinged. It annoys me. Because, like, I want to be pinged, and if I need to be pinged, it better be something that's useful. Yeah. See, if you, like, Veals has pinged me a few times. I'm fine with him doing it because he does it to... And, Rob, I'm fine with you doing it, too, because you always tell me when, like, e-skip is happening and stuff. I'm fine with you doing it because I know what you do it for. But I don't like when people just do that thing, like just randomly ping you for no reason. It's annoying. They could add a new office in Macon. I think they could. Welcome back, Preston. Macon could have its own office for sure. Though I think Macon's office could also take over some of Tallahassee's counties. Preston, we're waiting for you to upload a video. Yo, no, should we get Preston, how many subs would it take for you to upload a new video? How many subs would it take for you to upload a new video? Where it gets in the way? Fair point. I do remember you used to have a few videos, but I think those have since been privated. But yeah. I guess if you ever get the chance, you can upload something. You think the Watertown room? Every time you go to work and a severe risk happens, you end up missing the whole thing. I get the feeling. I used to miss big events all the time when I had to go to school, and I'm pretty sure when I get a job, I'm gonna be missing a lot of events too. So I get what you mean. Yeah, I do. I mean, I haven't missed as many lately because I wouldn't leave I never left my phone at home. I left I had to use my iPad or my computer to get alerts. You're tired of missing severe risk and the benefits of a load of alerts that come with it? Yeah, dude, it sucked you missed yesterday's marginal. I mean, I know it wasn't as much for the mountains, but I know you can pick up some of the stations that relayed the TOR. Heck, WXL56 did have a TOR on it for Burke. Because WXL56 serves Burke, you could have got a tornado warning. But yeah, I understand. It's you got to do what you got to do. Hopefully one day you can get a webcam or something to where it can record alerts while you're not home. That's what I wanted a camera. Most North Carolina events do too. Yeah. But yeah, Preston. Hopefully there is one event that occurs while you're off so you can actually get something from it. You got 4 to 5. I caught about 20-something of them, but that's because I had the live stream running. If it wasn't, I would have caught maybe an SVR or two, and then the gust front. But I caught 20 alerts from it because I set up a live stream. I also caught the North Carolina tornado drill because I set up a live stream. See, I set up a live stream for this stuff. That's how I get alerts from it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have Discord though, so I can't really figure that one out. Hour and 51 minutes. I think we're going to hit 2 hours, guys. Maybe the first chat stream that we hit 2 hours since February. I think February 3rd was the day. Or no, it was February 2nd. That was the last time. February 3rd was the day Neptune streamed. February 2nd, I think, was my day that I streamed. No. February 3rd was the day I streamed. February 4th was the day Neptune did. Because I remember Neptune did his first chat stream in a long time. after I did that. It's fine, Preston. I know what you mean. I used to rant like you too, like back in like 2023 and like 2024. Sometimes my rants were a little stupid, but I'd rant whenever I miss a big event too. There's one marginal I missed, and that was this summer, and that was our another good performing marginal. It wasn't quite like the one we just got, but it's one that I regretted because it was the best performing marginal of the year so far, and that was June 29th, I think. Yeah, June 29th. I missed that marginal. I was busy that day, so I couldn't have got nothing, but it sucked because it was a great performing storm. But I did eventually get this marginal, which felt straight out of a slight. Honestly, you think both tornado seasons for Alabama are starting to merge and extend from October to May. You should have made Ohio then. Yes. Our most active year to me was 2024. That was our active year. 2023 was active too. 2025 was full of bust at like the beginning of the year, but 2025 did end off, I'd say. Yeah. And I think the risks, the risk might, I don't know. I doubt we're going to have a risk next Tuesday, unfortunately, which sucks because I know you want some storm. I know you want to catch some storms and stuff. It always sucks when you have to miss an event. Again, Preston, if you would have, it sucks you couldn't have. Yeah, I get it. Illinois have some kind of curse. Yeah, they keep getting like slammed with tornado emergencies and stuff. I get it, Preston. I understand. But yeah. Hope y'all did. We had Illinois is officially the only state besides Texas to have over 200 tornadoes in 1 year. Yep. Have you ever heard of TORE and WX70? Not that I know of. I do think that there could be there's been a TRE on WX042 in 2010. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Tired of catching the weekly test. You want some SVRs thrown into the mix with a flash flood warning, just something. RWT sort of get boring. I am going to try to catch next week's RWT, but yeah, I get it. Well, hopefully there's a good event on a Tuesday or a Thursday sometime soon, so Preston can get something off of it. He joined the community in 2022. You could have got a TRE in 2021. Probably several, because there was a lot in 2021. There was one directly for Shelby. And there's one directly to your south. Yeah. Or it could be Richmond or Anson, because they have more of the flat land. Mainly Richmond. Richmond has a lot more flat land, but I don't want to jinx it. But I don't know. A TRE on WXL70 would not be impossible. Not at all. There's been TREs in many. There was a TRE in the middle of the frickin' desert in 2024. Or near the desert, at least.
Midland, Odessa, and Midland, Texas. Which, by the way, it may be more planes out there. Union. I could see Union being under a TORE one time. Tropo blessed you with KHA 35 at 1 in the morning. PDS, yes. I've never caught one on, there's been one in my career, but in my EAS time, but I've never caught one directly off. There was a PDS for Cleveland, Rutherford, and Cherokee in 2022. There was also a PDS that went off in 2020 directly for Gaston County. I was in school for that one. That tornado, I still remember being in school during that tornado emergency. Or no, not tornado emergency, PDS. I still remember being in school during that one. February 6th, 2020 was insane. I've caught 0 PDS this year and find it crazy. I've only caught like 3 or 4 TORs. And I thought I would have caught more than that in just March 16th alone. If March 16th would have performed to its full potential, we would have definitely gotten a PDS TOR somewhere. But another thing was, there was not much connection. There wasn't much sunshine to get energy. But Neptune, I'm going to say, yep, I remember the 2023 EAS test that went off on everybody's phone. Cleveland gets more than Union? I would think it'd be Union. Because Union has the land, but I don't know. I don't really hear too many confirmed tornadoes from Union. But I was thinking it could be Union. I don't know if we could confirm that, though, because there's... Lincoln could as well, because Lincoln has a bunch of fertile land, too. Gaston, maybe, but, you know... I hope it doesn't hit. And I hope we don't get it. I hope if there is a TORE here... If there is a TORE on WHL 70, I hope nobody gets hurt from it. Because I know so many people out here. I don't want them to be hurt. I don't want their families to be hurt, you know. But tornado, they happen. If a TRE does go off, though, I will genuinely freak out. Like, I haven't even caught an in-person PDS yet. There's been one. I just failed to record it. That was in 2022. And I remember seeing it was a PDS, and I sort of regretted not recording it. But... yeah, TREs are life-threatening. PDS is... Heck, a simple tornado warning is life-threatening. An SVR is life-threatening. Of course, it's not an extreme, but, like, you know... Of course, an SVR is not a TRE is way more life-threatening, but an SVR could even be life-threatening. Also, we're at 2 hours. This is the first 2-hour stream in about 5 months. And probably will be the last one for a while, unless I feel more inspired, but I do think. Same here, because I don't want anybody hurt, because I know so many people around here, like, that I don't want their families to get hurt, or them, and even the people who I don't know. Like, I don't want anybody to get hurt from it. Yeah, 100 mile per hour, yep. That happens like once every couple of years somewhere in the Midwest. There was the one in, I think, South Dakota. There may have been one in 2025. I don't remember. But I know there was one in 2023 for Tulsa, Oklahoma. That happened at like 12:30 in the morning. Yeah. Again, any warning is really life-threatening, but some are, it's just a lot of more life-threatening than others. Like, obviously, it's very unlikely you're going to hear any fatalities from a 60-mile-per-hour SVR. That doesn't, or one that just has quarter-sized hail. But, like, you never know. 60-mile-per-hour winds, they can knock down a tree and it can get on somebody. So, you just got to be careful. Be weather aware. It doesn't matter what warning's in effect. Just be weather aware. That's basically all I have to say. Strong thunderstorms. Lightning, technically, but your chances of getting struck by lightning are very low, and your chances of dying from it are way lower. Yeah. No, what about it? What about the Plainfield tornado? Multiple reports were made of the violent tornado, and the NWS decided not to issue a warning TR for the Plainfield area until after it struck, despite many insane reports coming in. No. It was rare. The thing that was rare was not even the TR itself, but the type of conditions it was in. There was a 0% there was a sub 2% tornado risk, and they still managed to form a TR. Yesterday, again, as I said, the watch probability from when the storms first started was 5%. I bet you they regret that now. This should. I'm surprised there was no watch. Yeah, and you know I usually don't talk in alerts, but like, I was shocked. Yeah. The storm performed good for everybody, though. I'll give it. Anyone in the Carolinas got a good taste of it, besides maybe some parts of the mountains, but they were able to hear it. It was very close to Gaston. It was in Cleveland and Lincoln. Last time Gaston was in a tornado warning, maybe, I think it was 2024, December. It may have been 2025. I don't remember Gaston ever being under a TOR in 2025. Tornadoes are rare, but they're not entirely, obviously. There was a tornado. In fact, one of the few tornado warnings of the March 16th event, Asheville. And Asheville's not under a tornado warning often. So, I guess we can give it. March 16th didn't perform too bad in the mountains. Honestly, the mountains perform better than the moderate. The storm just basically died once it got past the Charlotte area. In the Charlotte area, it's sort of, I'd say here it more underperformed, but it busted out east. It underperformed more so here, but it didn't completely bust in the Charlotte area. It completely busted out east. March 16th shouldn't have even been enhanced. March 16th should have probably just been a slight. That's basically how it performed. Yeah. Oh, they get more FFWs than TORs for sure. Western North Carolina probably gets more FFWs than anything. Yeah. Yeah, look at Colorado. Colorado gets tornadoes, and their mountains are higher than North Carolina's. Mountains do not stop tornadoes. Not at all. Mountains do not. Mountains also don't always weaken systems out east. Now, I do like just being in an area where we can get Raleigh alerts because that just boosts our alert count. No, not even eastern Colorado. We're talking about Colorado in general. There are a few mountains if you consider Denver eastern, because Denver is more eastern than western. But Denver is probably more central than anything. Ringgold, Georgia, and Georgia. Look at Chattanooga. They get quite a bit of tornadoes in that area, and they're mountainous around it. Chattanooga, Ringgold, Georgia, the Ringgold, Flat Rock. But yeah, look, see, that's the example. Mountains don't kill storms. A lot of the biggest tornadoes have occurred on mountains. And again, Colorado does get tornadoes from time to time in the mountains even. Now, it's not that common, but you see PDSs in Colorado sometimes. It is more eastern Colorado that gets the tornado action though. Even though those are the high plains. You find it crazy. Kansas is higher than it's higher than several states. I know that, but it's just a field because it's the high plains. Colorado's never had an EF5. No. Alabama has, but I don't think Alabama's mountains have ever, but it's gotten close. Again, as I said, Colorado even gets tornadoes from time to time, and almost in not even just eastern. You have North Carolina mountains do get tornadoes from time to time. Alabama mountains, Georgia mountains, Rainsville. Tuscaloosa was an EF4 actually. The reason why Tuscaloosa was a bigger deal than a lot of the EF5s was because it was in a more populated area. Well, anyways, guys, it's 2 hours, guys. I'm glad we were able to chat. I hope y'all did enjoy the stream. I think I'm about to hop off here. Because we hit 2 hours, and I'm probably about to take a shower and go to bed. Yeah, Tuscaloosa was worse than fatality. I was thinking so, because Tuscaloosa went through a more populated area. But yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. I hope y'all just... We might have a premiere going on Monday. I will combine today's slide with... Yeah, I will combine today's slide with tomorrow's because today's performed like crap. Sort of like crap, but I mean, it's not the worst performing slide we've ever had, but it was not the... It was... but we might have a comp coming out premiere Monday night if tomorrow's storm performs good. If it doesn't... But my rule here is if the comp is under 25 minutes or there's maybe even 30, but there's like nothing special... then there will be no premiere. But if there is, then I'll see y'all there if I can schedule it at a good time where y'all can show up. But yeah, hope y'all enjoy. I think there's a marginal in parts of the area Monday too, so yeah. But I'll stop yapping. I'll actually get going. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. And I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. See ya.